Secretary, Ministry of Health, Dr. Diana Atwine, confirms that the ministry has dispatched response teams to track all contacts, as it is suspected that the 6 people who died in Kiruma sub-county, Mubende district, should have succumbed to Ebola.
Waiting to be buried by the medical team. We are right now gathering more information on the possible source of infection of the confirmed cases. We also want to let you know that on suspicion of this patient, the district rapid response team initiated investigations as they had also been informed of the community deaths. And these reports were specifically talking about strange illness and sudden deaths in the villages of Madudu and Kiruma sub-counties in Mubende district. The district went on the ground and verified the deaths as follows. A total of 6 deaths had occurred in Kiruma and Madudu sub-county. 3 were adults and 3 were children, and these deaths occurred between 1st and 15th of September 2022. We want also to inform the public that Ministry of Health, working with the partners together with the District Rapid Response Team, we have already instituted preliminary containment measures to control the outbreak. We call upon the population now across the country, but more specifically Mubende sub-region, to remain calm but vigilant and report any case that has the symptoms that we talked about: high-grade fever, fatigue, chest pain, diarrhea, vomiting, unexplained bleeding from any site. It can be from the eyes, from the nose, from the mouth, from urine, from stool. We are trying to gather all the information as we got the results last evening. So we shall be providing this update more regularly, and we shall also be able to tell the country where we have reached. But we're also going to issue further the SOPs, the guidelines that the public need to observe. We cannot do this alone. We want the public, as usual, to cooperate with us to make sure that we contain this disease so that it does not cause more deaths in our country.
And of course, vigilance starts with you and me. Let's all be precautious. Now, moving ahead, Uganda and the government of Israel have signed a memorandum of understanding on defense cooperation at the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs headquarters in Mbuya, Kampala. The agreement renews and strengthens the existing historical relationship between the two countries on matters concerning defense, security, and welfare, among others.
The Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs appreciates all the support the government of Israel has extended to the government of Uganda from the time the relationship of our two countries were normalizing. In the defense and the security sector, we have achieved a lot together in the last almost 3 decades. Israel has helped us strengthen our different branches of the military, but more especially in the Air Force and air defense. Our infantry units have also benefited from your decades-long experience, both in training, supply of equipment, and technological transfer.
And for me to have the opportunity to share experience with our allies, to share knowledge. Israel has established a unique, long-lasting relationship with the Republic of Uganda, which is based on economic, cultural, and defense interests. It's a great opportunity for us again to come here and to put our relationship into a frame, but this MOU, which took us a bit of time, but that's behind us, and we are looking forward.
The Ministry of Defense has also benefited from the training in fighting global terrorism. Indeed, you have stood with us in training and counter-terrorism units, and also in investigating terror-related activities.
Crude pipeline is. We are here to tell the European Union to stop meddling on our oil. Our oil is our hope. Yes. Our oil is our future. Yes. Our hope of source of employment.
And of course, those were demonstrations over their petition against the resolution that was made by European Union Parliament to block the East African crude oil pipeline. Now, as we move ahead, still in the health sector, civil society organizations want the young people, especially those who are reproductively active, to embrace family planning methods to allow them give birth to children they can look after. The Advanced Family Planning Initiatives are celebrating 13 years of existence in the country.
Butaleja ni miongoni mwa wilaya zinazo.
If you are not above 19, it is too early to give birth. So, what do? You try to prevent yourself from getting pregnant. They say that if you are a child-producing mother, if your child has not celebrated her or his second birthday, please don't conceive. Which means, what do you have to do? Stop having sex. Please don't conceive, but still remain a married person.
If you look at the indicators, we seem to be doing well, but if you compare with other countries in the region, we are not yet there. And of course, there are some other issues which are still constraining the family planning programming in this country, notably a number of policies which have been on the shelves for a very long time, and whereby we wanted to increase contraceptive prevalence rate to 50% by 2020, and we are not yet there at all. I think currently we are around 37%.
We have clinics in most of the districts. We have clinics where we provide information, I will say appropriate information or age-appropriate information for the sake of the sexuality education framework. And we provide information to all age categories, the young people, the adults, and name it.
But you realize that our NDP3 actually looks at family planning as a high-impact practice that we must embrace if Uganda is to achieve these 3 reasons or causes. 1, if we are to reduce maternal mortality rate as a country, then we need to embrace family planning.
Age that you should start accessing contraceptives at the age of 10, at the age of whatever. But one of the rule is age-appropriate information and services. That's the rule. And the thing is, as long as you are sexually active and you can get pregnant, you can. One, we want to, as much as possible, young people shouldn't be using contraceptives and engaging in sex. But as long as you are sexually active and you can get pregnant, you are a candidate of pregnancy, then you can use contraceptives. It doesn't matter whether you are 12 years, 13 years, 15 years, as long as you are sexually active and you are a candidate to a pregnancy.
Renewed in 2012 and expanded globally to cover over 10 countries with long-term funding and deep capacity building around advocacy. So not only can we celebrate Uganda's achievements today, but we can acknowledge that Uganda's early achievements paved the way for continued family planning advocacy around the world over the last 13 years. The Uganda family planning community has been an absolute model of how to do effective family planning advocacy.
Let's go for a short break and return with more news. Stay with us.
Ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy.
I remember the lockdown, when the streets were empty and our lives disrupted, when businesses closed and our livelihoods hung in the balance. Hospitals were full. We lost loved ones, jobs, and hope. Our children couldn't study anymore. We cannot let this happen again. We should not go back. Get fully vaccinated against COVID-19 and join the millions of Ugandans who are already vaccinated.
Oh, they look nice.
Thank you, honey.
Yo!
You guys gather, it's going down. Gather! Gather!
Yo! I tell you what.
Airtel is giving you bigger data bundles for the same price. Dial *175# to choose from our range of bigger Chillax bundles that don't expire. Bigger monthly bundles, all for the same price, and stay connected longer to loved ones. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Forget last season. Forget the oohs and ahs. Forget every moment that stole the show, because the real show is here on GoTV. It's the new season. It's action-packed, and it's going to be non-stop football. With over 1,000 games from more than 7 leagues and cup competitions, plus a World Cup. Make sure you get the best seat in the house this new football season. Get a GoCoder with 1 month of GoTV value for only 25,000 Uganda shillings and enjoy non-stop football. GoTV Uganda. Love it.
October Bidel Musaba Gardens Mukono, October Mukaga Millennium Gardens Sazibuaya, October Munanaji Montelembara, 10 October, 40 Poto Muchisawe, Abidim October, Bale Sports Center, Umtualukumo, Yebe Mtuaesantu, Emeza million yemo, Wabula Tualu Kumia, Abana tickets of Akosa M10 Momo, Bajagusa Sunan Comitano, Bidamina Romo Center, Hiva Motors, Galaxy FM, Radio 4, Kagwina War, MTN.
The 28th edition of the Uganda Manufacturers Association's International Trade Fair will be different as Uganda marks the 60th anniversary, the Diamond Jubilee. The trade fair comes after a 2-year break brought about by the global COVID-19 pandemic. In the last 2 years, there have been several innovations across the industry. This is an opportunity to showcase what the market has. Come display, come explore, come see, come experience. Come learn and be part of the Diamond Jubilee Trade Fair at Uganda Manufacturers Association Showgrounds from 3rd to 10th October. Contact our marketing department and experience the Diamond Jubilee Trade Fair. Let's harness economic recovery through local sourcing and deepening value chain integration during the Diamond Jubilee exhibition.
Quatissimo! Get the 4G smartphone of your dreams today and pay as you use. Choose from the Tecno Pop 5 Pro, Tecno Pova Neo, Samsung A03 Core or Nokia C10 and pay conveniently in daily, weekly and monthly installments for a period of a year using Airtel Money. You will also enjoy free 3GB and 100% bonus data on weekly and monthly bundles every month for 3 months. Visit any D-Lite shop or select Airtel Money branches countrywide and get one today. Terms and conditions apply. Airtel, the smartphone network.
We can't tolerate sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment is unacceptable in our school.
Because a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Princess! Is there a problem? Honey, relax. There'll be no more worries about SMSs, phone calls, sijui data, because daddy has got an Airtel smart plan. There is even Airtel TV. It means no worries.
Enjoy life worry-free with Airtel Smart Plans. Shareable among 5 people. Use every day and pay.
Nivana wafe twenywele, nivana wafe twenywele, nivana wafe tunyola. Eish, 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 eish. Twenywele, nivana wafe tunyola. For more goals, kumala kenyonta.
Nirvana packaged drinking water is a product of Crown Beverages Limited, makers of Pepsi products. That's life. That's Nirvana.
The Uganda Investment Authority, UIA, is holding the Chigaz Investment Summit on Saturday, September 24th, 2022. The venue of the Chigaz Investment Summit is Kisanso Industrial and Business Park in Kibaya, Rukundo Town Council, Kisoro District. The Chigaz Investment Summit is aimed at promoting and attracting relevant investment projects, both domestic and foreign, for local economic development of Chigazi region, comprising of the districts of Kabale, Rukunjiri, Kanungu and Kisoro. The theme of the Chigaz Investment Summit is Mobilization of Domestic Investment for Prosperity and Regional Integration. The guest of honor will be the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Honorable Matia Kasaija. Follow the conversation live on UBC Television and on the hashtag #InvestInChigezi.
Welcome back. It's time to look at what's happening in the world of business as we start off with the taxi operators. Now, following the directive by the Minister for Kampala Affairs to relocate some taxi route operators, taxi operators have, however, pleaded with the ministry to reconsider this decision, citing that the ongoing construction along Queensway and constant rains are the key obstacles for their work. Let's hear more in this report.
Taxi operators in Kampala City argue that the ongoing construction along Queensway and constant rains cause floods that makes the area inaccessible for passengers seeking transport at Usafi Tax Park.
Ebimu ku bye twasaba ebintu ebyagaana abasaabaze okugenda mu Usafi ye construction yene ya flyover eri wano. Aba contractor abakola oluguudo luno tebalekerawo bantu babigere we basalira oba we batambulira okutuuka eri. Ate enkuba bw'etonnya wano wafuladinga abantu bonna ne babeera nga tebalina wakuyitira. Kye tusaba basooke balindeko okugoba emmotoka okuzijja mu paaka enkadde ozitwala mu Usafi olw'ensonga nti abantu bali mu kubonaabona tebalina we bayitira.
On 16th of August, Minister for Kampala Affairs Minsa Kabanda issued a directive to taxis operating along Entebbe Road route to immediately vacate the old tax park and return to Usafi Park and Kisenyi. And she also ordered KCC enforcement team to crack on all illegal parking stages.
Abantu bagende mu Usafi ne tusobola kugenda mu Usafi ku mbeera eriyo tetusobola naffe tetuliwo nti tugaana ekiragiro kye agambe nti emmotoka zonna eza Entebbe Road zigende mu Usafi so si mu ggwanga ate ne mu Usafi nedda zigende mu Usafi olw'embeera ekola ki eriwo nga bolabo bakola Namayuba nti Gulu Road zonna ziri mu Namayuba kati omusaabaze talina alternative ndala yonna okujjako kugenda mu ki mu Namayuba kati n'emmotoka bw'aba ayagala zigende mu Usafi ffenna tugambe tugende mu Usafi.
However, the affected taxi operators appealed to the minister to reverse the decision.
Naye tukusaba kyusaamu ku kiragiro kubanga ekizibu ekiriwo ekiragiro kye watadde tuwasoose kutwala ntinga na kutubuulira era kyova olaba akasatiro weekali mu badereva abakolera ku luguudo lwa Entebbe Road.
The directive also implied that Kampala Capital City Authority liaise with the constructor to ensure adequate space is left for passengers and walkways.
Soko omala okulaba ekkubo essaawa eno enkuba etonnye bali mu tusindiikiriza boda zitusindiikiriza tuli mu kwenyigiriza toyina wooyita oluguudo baalukoze bali mu dukola tewali we batadde nti nno wano omusaabaze we tugenda okuyita
kuba enkuba bw'etonnya wano abantu beetikka enkuba bw'etonnya omusaabaze abatisobola kujja mu paaka.
Sada Mubale, UBC News.
And in sports, Omukama of Toro Kingdom, Rukira Bashaija Oyo Nyimba Kabamba Egoro Rukidi IV has promised to support the development of rugby in his kingdom. Oyo expressed this after the Uganda Rugby Cranes Sevens paid him a courtesy call at his palace in Fort Portal.
The Cricket Cranes progressed to the semi-finals in the ongoing SCA Africa Cup Challenge after defeating Mozambique by 38 runs in their second group game. The Cranes were elected to bat first and set a target score of 162 runs in the first inning. In the second inning, they defended the score, limiting Mozambique to 107 runs against 9 wickets. Alpesh Ramjani with 78 runs and Kenneth Waiswell with 4 wickets were crucial to the victory of the team. In football, the FUFA Women's Super League returned on Saturday as defending champions She Corporates were humbled to a 1-1 draw by newcomers Makerere University Women Football Club. In other matches, Uganda Matters defeated Renez SS 2-0, Kampala Queens won 5-0 against Ashubo Gafford Ladies, and Lady Doves lost to Olila High School Women Football Club 1-0 after suffering an own goal. Finally, the International Uganda Para Badminton Tournament climaxed on Sunday, with Uganda scooping 2 silver medals from players Elizabeth Mwesigwa and Sarah Naziwa. This was one of Uganda's best finish in a para tournament that attracted 17 nations. Team Uganda will now shift focus to the All Africa Para Badminton Championship that kicks off on Tuesday at the MTN Arena in Lugogo. Grace Joyce Kemigisa, UBC News.
Now, the Federation of the East African Secondary Schools Association Games have been officially opened today at Sheikh Abeid Stadium in Arusha. Tanzanian Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa Kassim, who represented the Tanzanian president, presided over this ceremony. It was also attended by the Uganda delegation from the Ministry of Education, led by State Minister for Sports Peter Ogwang, accompanied by the Commissioner Reverend Canon Duncan Mugumya and the National Council of Sports General Secretary Dr. Patrick Ogwell, among others. Minister Peter Ogwang lauded the FIASA for this initiative that plays a key role in educating youngsters about the key component of the East African cooperation. The Tanzanian Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa Kassim also echoed the importance of sports in integrating East Africa and called on athletes to keep their focus on God-given talents so they can be able to earn a living at a later stage. Uganda is represented by 35 primary and post-primary institutions at the games that started 4 days ago.
To qualify nze wakibuzayo mpira gumu ogenda ku semi-finals nga abaana badde bagobera betubagamba, which is very good. Kati tugenda kusamba either ku Yeta ye Kenya, timu ya amaanyi oba St. Noah, zombi timu za amaanyi. Tujja kutuleera tulabe engeri gye twetereezaamu, tulabe nga tuwangula okuba nga tugenda ku semi-final.
And that's all we had time for. Thank you so much allowing us to join you during your lunchtime. My name is Patricia Lokoma Mpango. Stay tuned for more programming. Good afternoon.